Shanti. If there is not enough space on sister's side, you can always come on a lot of space on other side, 2 rows. So at this moment, where are you sitting? Where were you sitting? Huh? You were sitting on throne. Was everyone sitting on throne? Yes? Everyone, let me see hands. So we are good students. Which throne were you sitting? Which one were you practicing? Forehead or Baba's heart throne? Or of the world sovereignty? Which one? It's so interesting, no? Baba gave us choice between a throne and a swing, or third choice, we know, which we don't want to have it. So I was thinking that in Gujarat and some of the tradition at their homes, they always have swing. Swing also is a very, very big size throne, right? Because it's the flat platform and then there are 4 strings. So when you are on throne and then if you are sitting on the swing, and of course with the contrast of putting our foot in the mud, which we are out now, right? So Baba wants us to always stay on Baba's heart throne. So I was thinking then, it's like sometimes you have to visualize and imagine. How big is Baba's heart throne? You remember one time he has described the size of his heart throne. Because if it's little, but that also maybe as a point of light, we can sit. I don't know if that brother is there. He came to me and said, I had heard in the beginning, like when Baba came to Madhuban, then Jagdish Bhai was sharing the experience that when he went, then Baba took him into his lap. So I said, no, how can he sit on Baba's lap? Because Baba was in 80s, but what Baba did was, through his arms, like he hugged the child, and the feeling was as if, Baba is taking him very close to his heart. So he was saying, is it possible in Madhuban to create a statue of Baba so we can go and sit on his lap? I said, I can imagine, your suggestion is good, but I don't know if that's what it really meant. Because he was saying, you all had experience and you met Baba and we hear all these stories, but what about experience? So I said, well, I can propose, but I don't think it's necessary. Because he thought if there is statue with big lap, then he can go and every morning sit on his lap. And I said, I acknowledged his feeling that I think that's kind of experience he wants to. He said, because all the experiences are so subtle. They want to experience something which is more practical, more physical, and, but sometimes it's just even feeling of, it's like closeness to heart. A lot of people say, oh, you are close to my heart. This thing is very close to my heart. I love this most. It's very valuable. So it's like that closeness. Because it's not sitting on heart throne. It's like there is a heart, then a throne, then you go and sit on that. But it's more like feeling that I am, part of. Because heart is important, the palpitation of heart. And for me, I was thinking today that maybe that's where when you really feel Baba's heart, That means what is in Baba's heart for us? What is in Baba's heart? Baba's heart, what he has in heart for us. We know abundance of love, like lot of love, lot of love. And you can experience that love through his patience. How much patience he has that he said, okay, next time when you come, then your sanskars should be transformed. He doesn't say, this time you didn't come like that, you didn't do it, so I'm not going to speak to you, right? We never heard like that. We says, okay, I give you another chance. And I always experience that's Baba's patience. Because he knows that finally that's what we will become. It's almost 52 years now. I completed 52 years in August. Came to Baba in 1958. Whatever he was saying in 58, at least some percentage of that I am able to do. I cannot say 100%. Because he kept saying, child, you have to do this, child should be like this, child should be like that. So that means what is in heart of Baba for us. And what is even Baba's drishti towards us. You know, how loving, making everything very easy. So sometimes you have to just go into, create a list of what is in Baba's heart for us. You know, it's a lot of love, but also this Baba's, it's right word to say or not, but we do say, is Baba's wish, Baba's desire, Baba's hope. That we all souls will reach to our not only stage of perfection, but yesterday Baba said what we are supposed to do is to become like Baba. Always think, what did Brahma Baba do? If any thought comes, plan comes, words, this is how Brahma Baba must have done. So check. And that was something very interesting because Dadiji and all Dadis, they always think of what Baba must have done in this situation. It's easy for them because for 14 years, 14 plus whatever years, they were with Brahma Baba. So they saw how caring he was, how loving he was. And, even for me, many times beautiful images come. One is for dharana, but also in practical. I'm about to leave Madhuban. But not many guests at that time, many BKs. But when I'm about to leave, he will make sure that car has been ordered, means they have asked for taxi, or have I taken food. And so now when I do that, then we have departments, at big centers you have travel department, a hospitality department. So once I called somebody and said, have you given this to this soul for travel? They say, but why you are concerned? Department is taking care. I said, it's not question of concern, but that's how Baba did to me. So I want to make sure that what Baba gave to me, that care I can extend to all Baba's children. So it has become very, very natural. So that means we saw Baba's care, Baba's love. So I think that even the destination which Baba gives is quite high. When I say is, but that's what we have to attain. That's what one day we will achieve. So he hold on to his love, his patience, and sharing. Every time he comes and he shares from his heart. So actually sitting on Baba's heart throne is making kind of list sometimes, or maybe every morning, that what is dear to Baba. What Baba has in his heart for us. And when you think of that, then you will be able to imbibe it. And company has lot of influence. You must have noticed that if there are 2 members, 3 members, or even at center we have so many sisters who answer, telephone calls. And so one time there was one sister who was used to stay with me, now she is in Peace Village. So whenever I answered, she answered, third one answered, they thought it's same person. And then I said, no, I am not that. Say, really? Because you all start sounding same. When you all answer by, we think this one, this one. So a likeness. It's like some kind of similarities start growing in a natural way. So that is why as much one can think about what is in Baba's heart and how he does all that, which we all observe, like whole Madhuban is manifestation of what really Baba wants, the way Baba wants. Because whatever was created as yajna, because for me I have so much love for all the traditions, which Baba, before leaving, what to do, when you come, what to do. They're very, very enjoyable kind of experience, and we want that all that should continue. We shouldn't just make it, okay, hi, bye, let's do it, So it's not like hi and bye, but it's taking drishti, saying Om Shanti, whether it's welcome. So there are two things. One is what is in his heart for us. Second, what he has created for us. So whatever Baba has created, we should exactly follow that at centers. I know sometimes it does happen, we feel But then, as Baba said, that Brahmins has birthright. It's the Brahmins who have been given this honor, this privilege to be seated on Baba's heart throne. So it's kind of feeling that. But one of the important practice for that is actually, which is very much connected into second throne, but also Baba said there are two types of Maya these days, right? And even before that Baba said there are two things. One is body consciousness, other is ego of body. And for that actually the main practice is to be seated on the throne of, soul seated on throne of center of forehead. And that also is a very beautiful experience. I feel these both are like more not only thinking, but you have to experience. I am looking at someone. Am I seated on the throne as this immortal soul, pure soul? Am I looking at other one also seated on the throne? So this practice and these kinds of practices doesn't require a lot of time. Because we all are busy. We have, so some people say, I don't have time to practice to sit on the throne. I'm not free. That I don't have that luxury, someone today, to sit on throne. So you don't need hours for that. But it's question of habit. It's question of practice. If you have in your living room or bedroom a chair, you are used to it, right? So whenever you are free, what you do? You go and sit on that chair. How many of you do that? No, it's same chair, but whenever you have few minutes, you think that's the chair I have to sit, you relax, you are very happy there. So this also is that it's not question of I need half an hour. You don't even need 10 minutes, it's really just 10 seconds even. Going back and sitting on my throne. Then I come out, then I sit on my throne. It's like consciousness and awareness. The soul is actually seated on throne, isn't it? That's the seat for the soul, isn't it? It is a seat, but the awareness that I'm seated here, sitting here and looking at others with that. So the most important thing is that sitting on the center of forehead and on the heart throne, it will match the qualities. Because sitting on the center of forehead is more experiencing my innate qualities, my original and eternal qualities. Simply we say, not only saying now, it should be in a practice that you are recharging with peace and love and joy, and it's like as you are becoming aware, you are being charged with those qualities. So then you go close to Baba, he is the ocean. One of the important practice, I don't know how much in lessons these days is given, is that when you say, like let's say if you are not happy because of whatever reason, which shouldn't happen according to Baba, and yesterday we all raised hand, but if it happens that there is something which, so if you want to be in remembrance, or if you want to sit on Baba's heart throne, you won't be able to sit. So sometimes it looks elusive that I am not very happy, and I'm just saying I'm very happy, or I'm not peaceful and I'm saying, Baba, you are ocean of peace, Baba, you are ocean of happiness, ocean of love. You won't get that connection. So you have to change your thought and say, I'm very peaceful. As I said, even if there is disturbance, unless you say I am peaceful, you will not be able to connect with Baba. Many souls miss that little step. It's a little step, but it's very important step. Go in front of Baba and say, I am loveful soul, I am peaceful soul, and then within 1 second you feel presence of Baba. But if you say, Baba, today I am very upset, today Baba, this happened, that happened, before we used to go in front of Baba, say so many things. But that is also where you can use full stop. Full stop also is becoming a point, isn't it? So first you can do it in relationship with Baba. It will be very fast. If you're doing it on your own, it will take longer time. Like you have some thoughts and you going in front of Baba, but still you want to relate to Baba about a situation. Baba, then this happened, Baba, this happened, it shouldn't have been like this, I have a request to make, Baba, can you correct this, Baba, you can do that. So I remember telling, even myself and someone else, stop it. They say, why? Whom else I will tell? But why can we merge it and say, no, Baba, I'm in front of ocean, he's bestower, he knows what help I need, as I do need, but we keep going on. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but sometimes use of full stop to connect with Baba. One is use of full stop when there are situations or wasteful thought, but even instead of claiming my right, sometimes I go and I'm begging for power. Baba, please help me, Baba. But I'm mentally describing that situation. You think we should do it or not? How many of you think we should go and tell Baba everything? Let's see, because I'm exploring one of the things which I had been doing it, that as soon as I go in front of Baba, I say it's over, full stop. Let me see what Baba has to say. Because something is happening and you are thinking about it, verbally you're speaking about it, so what you're doing, you're making that situation bigger. But if you just use full stop, Baba, you say, Baba, that's where 3 dots come. It was drama and I am a point. So even your relationship with Baba, because there are 2 things. I remember that when I was in Bhakti, I never asked God for anything. I always thought He has more to give. Why am I asking for little? Because I might just say, do this, help this. He does it. But if I say, you are bestower, my apron is open, making it big, and I don't have to say fill it. That's what he will do. So you create a very loving relationship with Baba. I give example that if you have, we all have situations to sort out, right? But I remember one time I was here 2 months, wanted time with Dadiji, and somehow it didn't work out, and I'm leaving and I say, Dadi, that's really one thing which I needed to talk. You could help me to get some insight. She said, you will never have problem. She didn't want it to. And I took that as blessing and I said, that's okay. That's what Dadi is saying. I didn't say you didn't give me time, you didn't spend time, you listened to me. I thought, but she's giving me blessing that I won't have problem. So I took it from that day and I immediately said, no, Dadi had told me there won't be any problem. So sometimes this thing of receiving blessing in this way, of not going into, like with Brahma Baba, whenever, like some of us, we were very honored, privileged that Baba will call us few times a day. Call child, call child, call. Because we were very entertaining, in the sense of, we always went with good news. We always said, Baba, this is happening. Baba, look at this. Because we thought, both ways, as a human and as God, combination of both, no? Say God and a human. And God as human treating us as human, right? So how we can also be very human. Like these days, most of the people say, when they come to seniors, I have nothing to say. I said, but is it only when there is situation you think of us? Is there nothing else we can share? But with Brahma Baba, we always thought, what interesting news we can take to Baba. What kind of... So Baba loved us. Call the child, call. And there are some who always had some complaint, something. So when they will tell to make appointment, Baba will say, tell child to come tomorrow. There were some who had to wait for appointment. And some of us were called 8-10 times because Baba loved this, in the sense, we need Baba's company, but when we are in God's company, what are we doing? You understand? Even we say Baba has love for everyone equally, but attraction is there for some. So I realized that my relationship with God should not always be to resolve situation or to help me with something or fulfill my desire. What desires I have? I am God's child, and whatever He wants to bestow me, assign me in life, I just keep doing it. But we always bring in, something like that. So what I'm just saying is that relationship with Baba is what is being near to Baba's heart. You understand? Like somebody always is bringing good news, good news. I remember one very great saint, very famous. So when I was in India, we were visiting him. He said, I like Brahma Kumaris very much. I said, why? Because they always have good news. New world is coming, Sri Krishna is coming, all that, but no one other brings a good news. And it was midnight when we arrived. He was still up to welcome us. He said, because I wanted to see cheerful faces, because these days in the world you don't even see cheerful faces. So this big change, transformation within the self, that when you have experience of innate qualities, and then with that love you going to Baba. Or what Baba is telling us, I have some experiences one time, many missions we were given. One was to open center in Ahmedabad. Other was Baba wanted exhibitions at these hill stations. And I must be 21, 22. And so I said, okay, Baba wanted it, or museum in Jaipur. These were like new kinds of things. And I didn't know what it means, but only thing what we learned is say yes to Baba. And we know when we say yes, He will provide everything, He will make it happen also. So when center of Ahmedabad was open, I came. You know how much Baba loved me. You could just feel. So closeness to heart is the relationship I create with God. And that relationship should be that God's heart is so light. How can I be heavy and sit on God's heart? Isn't it? I have also to be very light. No, if you see a person with less weight, if you give a bag to that person which is heavier, you think twice, no? So this whole energy of Baba, this personality of Baba, these qualities of Baba, so I should match those qualities. And that will help you to feel. The word sitting is a language, but it is just as if, you are very close to Baba. Understanding what Baba signals. And that's one thing. And second, as I said, using full stop when I am going to Baba. Change within 1 second and say, I'm going in front of God. Now what kind of face I should take? I should go very cheerfully. When he looks at me, he says, this child is always happy. So I look at Baba. Even I know there is something sitting in, which maybe but Baba said, this child is very happy always, very light. That becomes my blessing. So we have to use some methods. And third is like always, as Baba said, go as a right, which you are not demanding. But we always know that rights also comes through some duty, some responsibility. That means whatever you do, you're also able to claim that right. So churn more on what it means to be seated on Baba's heart throne. Like we have experience of being seated on center of forehead, our throne, right? That we all have. But also how can I sit or how I can be very, very close to Baba's heart. So every morning just think about it. What would Baba like? Not only what I want, what I like. So whether it's inculcation or like Baba mentioned about all the 4 subjects. And also when it comes to ego, I don't think anyone is 100% free from ego. We all have certain percentage. Because ego is something, as Ari Janki says, you move forward 1 step and standing there and say you did very well. Oh, you are so great. Look, you did so good. And that's where your self-respect comes in. So that ego doesn't welcome you when you are successful. Because it gets mixed then. If there is ego, then joy of success is really mixed with ego. And when it is there, then you don't, it's like, we call it win-win game. That means whatever it is, everyone should feel good. I will not be able to feel good if you're not feeling good. Whether it's conversations, whether it's situation that, look, I did so well, or you couldn't make it. No, you can also do well. You are also doing very well. So this feeling also towards all the souls, which Baba calls his cooperation in changing sanskars. Few days ago Baba said, if you look at anyone's weak sanskar, your power to sustenance will be lost. And I remember that point so much. I said, but I have to be Vishnu, no? The future really, one is throne of the sovereignty, but other is as a future. Your future really is that quality of Vishnu. Power to sustain is the main quality. So when Baba said this in Murli, that once you notice anyone's weak sanskar, you can't sustain that soul. So cooperation to each other within the family is not to look at anyone's sanskar, But immediately look at that soul into not present sanskar, but what are the right sanskars, what are the good sanskars, what are the original sanskars. So this relationship within the family, because I have seen weakness, so I have taken that thorn in me. I remember that many times, like, people watch and I said, even if something happened, I wish I don't have to say that. Or say it even, because why I have to say words for anyone. So when Baba used word cooperation, helping each other, not saying this one is like that one is like that, this one is like, everyone is like something. I am also like something, you are something. But why we describing each other as something, but why don't we describe as Baba describes for everyone? So unless that sanskar changes, so that's where actually waste thoughts come, isn't it? There are 4 things which create waste thoughts, and they become obstacle. Even Baba said obstacles help you to have this authority because you become conqueror. The first one is anything connected with body, in the sense of ego of body, body consciousness. A lot of being sensitive in body consciousness and being sensitive as soul consciousness is in contrast. We need to increase being sensitive in soul consciousness, because then what you're receiving and you're giving is very beautiful. But if there is sensitivity of body consciousness, then you feel bad, you don't like this is not right. It's like you are sensitive, or even to vibrations. So to be sensitive is very good. Of course, to be sensible is also good. But even my soul consciousness should increase, my sensitivity to receiving whatever is good, like of body consciousness. So one is body. Second is anything which is bodily relationships. Even within Brahmin family, there are maryadas and everything. Even if you are extending, not following maryada, even to 1%, 10%, you will find that there will be conflict, there will be wasteful thoughts. So any relationship, every relationship should be really based on soul, so that it's not obstruction. And third is material matter, physical things. And that could also be sometimes is distract intellect, disturb, wasteful thoughts come. But fourth one, which is biggest one, actually are situations. So Baba says, see it as scene of drama. Once you see it as a situation, and you don't say, as Baba says, nothing new, it had happened, it's going to happen. So these are 4 things which are obstacles. And a very simple method Baba gave, which should become my nature. Baba used the nature word, and that is churning. Churning is in nature. Like worrying is in nature, or fear is in nature, or keep thinking waste is in nature. But what should be my nature? Churning. That means your nature is, whenever you have few minutes, you start churning. And that is what Baba used as lagan and magan. That means if you are engaged, your intellect and mind is engaged in churning knowledge, you are absorbed in that, there will not be any obstacles. And that shows that we do not do enough, so our thoughts are still about situations. Like day before Sunday morning, Murli, Baba said, you are world transformers. You are all Master Almighty, but still the situations, the thoughts of situations bother you. And that's the biggest one. And even in our lives, We can say, of course, we are becoming conqueror over body. A lot of attachments are gone. Maybe, as I say, nobody says 100%. Or even material things, there is no pull. But what about situations? So for wasteful thoughts also, you have to just kind of see wasteful thoughts coming from body consciousness, but connected with what? Is material things full my intellect? Is it I think situation is the major thing. So how do I churn deeply, so deeply, that I am so absorbed into that churning reflections that I am able to apply full stop? So one full stop is in relationship with Baba, and second method of full stop, Baba said, is when you are deeply habit of churning, nature of churning. Now some people say, how do I churn? It's very simple. Okay, Baba said, child, okay, I have to sit on hard throne. So I keep thinking, I know I have heard, it's years I have heard, but Amrit Vela whole 1 hour I am sitting and what it means, and going deeper, what it means. So it's churning happening, understanding happening, and experience also is happening. Because few moments I start experiencing myself so close to Baba as I'm sitting on this, not only hard throne, but rather I am enjoying more of a swing. To me, that's something very nice, It happens, when we came in the beginning, even now, you meditate, you are still. After sometimes you feel very blissful, no? So that's like a swing. So, and second thing is, one is churning to be free, but second important thing is habit of Mansa Seva. Nature of Mansa Seva. There is a situation, this is what is happening, what I am supposed to do. And there are a lot of situations where I cannot really help, but I can at least give sakash. Everyone has karmic accounts, so how can you intervene? Can't do anything, but you can give sakash. So this nature of churning, and second nature is of, what did I say? Baba said? Mansa Seva. Serving through the mind. If thought is of not that quality, how are you going to serve? And when Baba says it's the rays of love and light and joy, and so whatever souls need, this sakash. So these two should become my nature. You should be able to say, this is my nature. My nature is to churn. And my nature is to serve through Mansa Seva. So the other nature, see, it's not you can change, really means replacement, no substitute, like there is something. So if I keep saying, I shouldn't have waste thought, I shouldn't have waste thoughts, that's also waste thought. All the time I'm worried about waste thoughts, but that's also not waste, no? But what I do, create a nature of churning. How many of you think you keep churning? Because some still come to me and say, how do I churn? Churning is what Baba is saying. To make a point into reality, you need a lot of churning. And it will be different every day. No? I have heard it, I believe it, but I want to see it in reality. It's like recipe. You hear it, but when you are in kitchen on gas, or you want to buy material what you're cooking, then you have to reflect on it. No? So applying in knowledge, if your interest is to be embodiment, then churning is part of that. So I really love this point when Baba said, my nature, so I said I should be able to say, my nature is to churn, and my nature is to do Mansa Seva. You understand? And then finally this whole thing of I and my. First time Baba called a meeting, we were about 12 in first meeting, and then we were 30 and then 40, so numbers grew. So everyone said what they want. Baba came in, Baba heard. And when Baba heard, then Baba said, this is what Baba likes, this is what Baba wants. All of us forgot everything, this is what Baba wants. So what is Shrimad, what Baba says, what Baba wants? Mama and Baba, I was thinking of that time, generations, also when we came. Mama never used word I, Baba of course didn't. She had so many departments to run, as we all. She will call and say, very nicely talk, and then she said, but look, this is what Baba has told us. No, don't you think we have to do what Baba? But she will never say, I want you to do this. Never. I want you to finish this. I want you to be in time. I like when you are like this. Baba likes this. This is what Baba wants. Bringing the teachings. In Hindi we say Shiksha. Shiksha is really kind of very friendly spiritual guidance, direction. Teachings are like, okay, teacher. So there is a teacher, then there is priestess, there is, no, but for us we just say, nor I am a teacher, nor a priestess, but what am I? Just a messenger, just pass on what Baba says. A very sweet way. Brahma Baba always said, Baba says it, Baba says it, Baba says it. Mama always said this one. But these days we hear. Someone said one time to Daddy, it's a lot of waste of time and I'm not going to sit. Daddy says, whose time is wasted? It's something nice. We talk, we discuss. Like today Baba said, those who are, as a team, if you are working, you will need to talk. You will need to come together. Then it's a very beautiful, isn't it? At least in my life, I haven't done anything unless I have checked with those who are around me and say, what do you feel, what do you think? And there are some people, they get thought. It's good to do it because that initiative is good. But what about good wishes of others? What about that, just what we call it, thought, sharing at the thought level first? One sister, US culture is different, very young. So we created a menu. And then we told, you have to do this. So when we told her, well, you have to bake potatoes, she said, I will do it. But if you would have involved me when you were planning, I would have been happy. And I realized that if she would have been involved, when she would have baked potatoes, she would have another joy. Then because I told, she did it, because she said, I will do. But I learned, even for January 18th when we have to make Brahma Bhojan, I always call whole team, what is easy for you all, what do you think we need? Even internally, like I have that these might be easy. So then they all talk and then I say, what about let's finish this menu like this. Involving that support team, involving everyone into that inclusiveness is something very, very important. I know his paper is coming to me to stop, so I have to. But, there will be, I think this is just the beginning. When we listen to Murli, you will all reflect more, churn more, because I have to be in a very important meeting. And but I still wanted to come and share some of the thoughts. I think we have covered most of the things, but at least for me, what I am taking is full stop when I am going to Baba, take that as blessing, or to seniors. That means discuss, it's important, but not in a wasteful way, where time and energy is wasted. And secondly also, that whenever there is a situation, if I can look at as a scene of drama and let it pass quickly, but if I keep thinking, then it stops. Sometimes you want to read something and you say, hold on. You don't let film move, hold on the slide or PowerPoint presentation. So same is like if you're engaging, you're telling a scene to wait, hold on. Maybe scene was going faster. Maybe situation had to finish, but I didn't let it finish. Because I still is very involved in that. So maybe it just came to say goodbye, and so that's what I want to think more on. What nature I have is of churning and of my Mansa Seva. Om Shanti. We don't clap for class, no, it's just sharing, because it's while sharing, no, how much we get also. So now there will be meditation, so I suggest that if I was here I would have conducted, take at least 2 thoughts, like what would Baba like, or what is in Baba's heart for all of us, and then churn that. So every 10 minutes you can change one of the points from the Murli and churn on it, experience it, and then, it goes on, and